Hello comic book fans, today we're talking about Spawn issue 6, a part of the Halloween month, talking about these darker supernatural characters. We are back with Spawn. Now this is an interesting and one of the more cooler Spawn books in my opinion. And that's because it shows us Spawn at his base form, right? Before he kind of understands the magnitude of everything he can do yet, but it also shows where he stops relying on his powers. And that's because the Mafia, they brought in this cybernetic juggernaut pretty much. He is Juggernaut if he was a cyborg, and his name is Overkill. And the Mafia uses this guy to fend off like the police and military, etc., because he's simply indestructible, and every weapon they have to counter this guy simply falls to his knees. And he does this with a smile on his face. It's simply a job for him. He's not even based in America. He flies over here just to do his job, gets his money, and then splits. And so the Mafia, they are tired of Spawn because in the earlier issues, Spawn was taking out some of their thugs. And now they're like, we're going to use this guy and we're going to use Overkill to take out Spawn. And they're going to, lure Spawn out. And that's when we go to where Spawn is, because mostly where Spawn is in the alley with the homeless people, and the people that are, that the city pretty much forgot about. And they're actually pretty nice people, and them and Spawn are cool with each other. And that's when these goons come in and starts killing them off, trying to upset and lure out Spawn. And their job is successful. It's just that they underestimated his abilities and who he actually is. And that's when all these mob bosses pretty much came together and saying, like, we've had enough of this guy, we're going to take him out, and we're going to use Overkill to do so. And for them, this is an easy one and done, because this guy's never failed a mission. He always gets the job done. And word quickly spread, and pretty much Spawn and Overkill meets up, for this battle, for this brawl. And the unfortunate side of this battle is that Spawn underestimated his opponent, because Overkill is experienced. He's been doing this. He's been fighting, superpowered beings and beings with incredible skill. And Spawn is somebody, Al is somebody who, he's still pretty new to this, and he was solely relying on the powers and abilities that he has, because that's all he's pretty much needed up until this point. The unfortunate side of that is that it wasn't enough, and Overkill was actually disappointed in this entire fight, because he simply beat the bloody pulp out of Spawn, and then he just leaves. And luckily I was able to regenerate. Then he told himself, I'm going to stop relying on my powers and go back to what I used to know, what I already know and experienced with. Now we will see round 2 with Spawn versus Overkill next. And that's all I have for this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.